remember her laughter like the creek that flowed through the meadow where the wild horses roam. We danced under stars by the old oak shade where the whispers of the canyon had promised to stay. Her scarf pale blue caught on the breeze as we carved our love deep in the bark of those trees. A time like the river when the rain pours down, washed away the canyon where our dreams were found. Now I'm singing to the shadows, to the stones I lay in the land where the heart of my youth did stay. Oh, the canyon washed away. Oh, the canyon washed away. Years roll like dust down an empty track to the porch where we sat that ain't coming back. The cabin stands lonesome, the door swings wide with no one to hear how the old wood cried. Those trails we tread are old, overgrown. The town's just a memory, the road's just bones. A time like the river when the rain pours down, washed away the canyon where our dreams were found. Now I'm singing to the shadows, to the stones I lay in the land where the heart of my youth did stay. Oh, the canyon washed away. Oh, the canyon washed away. Stirs up the dust, it ends the game. I know she's a memory, a faded light, but in the silence of the prairie, she's mine tonight. So time, take your river, let the rain pour down. I've lost more to you than my heart had found, but I'll keep singing to the shadows by the stones I lay in the dust of a canyon that the storms washed away. Oh, just a whisper in the wind, where my heart will stay. In the shadow of the oak tree by the river bend, I carved our names inside a heart so bold. The sun kissed the earth on that dusty gravel land, where your laughter mingled with tales I told. Long ride carved on my old worn saddle, memories like scars upon my soul. Every creek and trail, your absent shadow in this lonesome heart, an endless toll. The porch still creaks where we dance 'neath starlit skies, now just echoes in a cabin cold and bare. The scarf you left now faded under western cry, with a wind that whispers through the silent air. Long
like scars upon my soul. Every creek and trail, your absent shadow in this lonesome heart. Rain falls like tears on the old window pane, each drop a moment, a whisper of your name. The trails grow over, but my heart won't change. In the dust of the plains, love remains, love remains. Long ride carved where the wildlands knew, in the quiet towns, under skies so blue. Forever etched, the life we once knew, carved deep in the land, carved deep in me too. Sometimes a man's just a whisper in the wind, feeling everything, letting go yet holding within.
In the sleepy shade of the old oak tree, where the wildflowers whispered and waited for thee, we carved our names enshrined in bark underneath the sky till the world turned dark. That old porch swing where we danced with the wind, a waltz of whispers where my dreams had grinned. Shattered glass drifts on a gravel road, each piece of memory a story told. The sunset bleeds through the clouds so vast, and I'm holding shadows where the light won't last. Oh, how the silence it weeps and laughs in the echo of your voice and shattered glass. The days on dusty trails, now just faded tracks beneath my nails. That cabin stands solemn and alone, its empty halls play our love's last tone. Your scarf still lies on the cedar chest, a splash of color for a heart unrest. On a gravel road, each piece of memory a story told. The rain taps gently on windowsills past, mocking each promise that didn't last. Oh, how the silence it weeps and laughs in the echo of your touch and shattered glass. Carries whispers of what could have been through the rustling leaves or the rolling din. And I see your reflection in streams running clear in each fleeting shadow. I feel you near. Shattered glass drifts and I follow its trail, a mosaic of dreams, love's point veil. Every shard of tale under twilight's expanse, in the dance of the dust I give one last glance. Oh, how the silence it weeps and laughs, forever lost in this sea of shattered glass. This ballad captures the melancholy and poignant beauty of love lost, where every physical element around recounts a part of the narrative, adding layers to the emotional landscape of the song. in the gray dawn, by the oak tree shade, where the cold morning sank into my bones. I traced your name once in the frozen earth, beneath where our whispered dreams had flown. Old Porch Creek like it shared my heart's ache, echoing footsteps where you danced in grace. The wind soft moaned through the cabin's crack, plays an old remembrance I can't erase. Oh, how the silence speaks in places you once walked. The shadows hold your laugh and the gravel road still talk. My heart's tied to the dust where the sunsets bled and dried. Underneath the fading trails is where my soul resides. A turned up collar against the stinging rain, your scarf still fragrant, lost its warmth long ago. I wander through these ghostly empty rooms where echoes paint your shadow in soft, mournful tones. The saddle sits unused, a leather crack, like the lines now deeply etched upon my face. You step away from you through time's harsh track, leaves me a wander in our lost embrace. Oh, how the silence speaks in places you once walked. The shadows hold your laugh and the gravel road still tall. My heart's tied to the dust where the sunsets bled and dried. Underneath the fading trails is where my soul resides. I've held the prairie's endless gaze, its whispering embrace. It tells me you're still out there in the wild's timeless grace. Maybe these old boots, worn and frayed, will bring me back someday to where the oak tree shadows lay and all my hopes decay. So I'll sit here with the silence where you once walked. Let the shadows keep your laughter and the gravel roads we talked. My heart's tied to the dust where our sunsets used to fade, beneath cold morning's echo where my weary head is laid. Oh, under these endless skies I find no release, but in every whispered wind there's a piece of your peace. Out where the oak trees whisper secrets of old, in a land where my heart's tales were never told, by the creek where we laughed under moon's soft glow. Your shadow dances on the water's murky flow. That old wooden porch, we'd sway slow in the breeze, now creaks neath my boot, alone with my pleas. Ghost shivered in the wind, love slipped through my fingers like sand in the desert where your sweet scent lingers in the twilight. The sky's bleed shades of your eyes, echoing the sorrow that in my heart lies. Oh, ghost shiver through the sunsets, longing just grows on the gravel roads bend where the lonely wind blows. Years rolled like the thunder across these wide plains, since the rain washed away all but our loves remain. Your scarf in my pocket, a fragment so frail, on the trail we once walked, now just a faded trail.
cabin sits empty like the hollows of my soul, each corner filled with memories I can't control. Ghost shivered in the wind, love slipped through my fingers like sand in the desert where your sweet scent lingers in the twilight. The skies bleed shades of your eyes, echoing the sorrow that in my heart lies. Oh, ghost shiver through the sunsets, longing just grows on the gravel roads bend where the lonely wind blows. So here's to the silence between each dust-kicked stride, to the stars that keep secrets of the tears that I've cried, as night drapes the prairie in a blanket so white. Your ghost finds me here in the shadows I hide. Ghost shivered in the wind, love slipped through my fingers like sand in the desert. Now only your scent lingers beneath infinite skies where old dreams come to die. I whisper your name with a lone heartfelt sigh. Oh, ghost shiver through the sunsets, here I'll abide on the gravel roads bend forever, you and I. In the shadow of the valley where the oak tree used to stand, I carved our names inside a heart upon its age, a wrinkled hand. There's a cabin on the hillside where the window frames the west, where the sun poured like a river on the scarf that graced your chest. Oh, the sunset stays, but you're gone away, leaving echoes on this old porch where we'd sway. Dust rises with my sorrow on trails where we did roam. The sunset stays to light my way, but it can't guide you home. Now the porch swings just a relic, and that oak tree's lying low. Storms have cleared the hill and hollow where our whisper and winds would blow. My boots tread through the silence of a path we paved with dreams, and the stars don't seem as bright now, dimmed by all my silent screams. Oh, the sunset stays, but you're gone away. Every twilight burns a memory of that day. The rain washes over footprints, but yours are set in stone. The sunset stays to warm my heart, but leaves it chilled to bone. Underneath that endless sky where your laughter filled the air, I roam these restless roads alone, finding solace nowhere. Yet in every setting sun, your smile is what I see, and though I'm destined to ride on, part of you rides with me. Yes, the sunset stays, and it's here to say, like the love I hold for you that won't decay. Wind whispers through the sagebrush, singing soft your name. The sunsets will keep holding on, but I'll never be the same. The sunset stays. Oh, the sunset stays.
There's an old oak by the river bend where we carved our names in younger skins. Her laughter hung on summer's end, and that scarf she wore danced in the wind. A dusty trail, a sunset glow, her shadow long in the world below. Silent whispers in the twilight's haze, each memory now a scarf that fades. Oh, how the winds talk down those empty roads, carrying cries of what we used to hold. Beneath the stars where wild horses roam, her scarf in the wind, now I ride alone. Years went by, the river's song turned sad. Those oak tree leaves found the ground unclad. Her scarf lost color, it frayed at the seams, left in the porch swing in my silent dreams. The cabin's empty, the gravel untrod, echoes of footsteps, now just a facade. Where we once danced, now only I tread, with the ghost of the love that we had bred. Oh, how the winds talk down those empty roads, carrying cries of what we used to hold. Beneath the stars where wild horses roam, her scarf in the wind, now I ride alone. And in the dust of this lonely path, I see the traces of our shared past. But each day the sunset bleeds into night, I learn to live with this fading light. So let the winds talk and let them tell our tale, as I wander beneath the moon pale. Though her scarf fades, these memories won't. Across the wild lands I roam, her scarf in the wind, and I ride alone. Every sunset, a whisper of her laughter. Every trail's end, a chapter. And still the scar fades, but never quite disappears. Just like her. Underneath those aging oaks, where the wild horses drank, lies the shadow of a cabin, and the abandoned ranch sank. Once a haven thick with laughter, wrapped in morning's gold embrace, now just whispers on the gravel, memories time can't erase. Oh, her scarf still sways on the porch like a signal in the breeze. Each knot we tied in silence, now just secrets that I keep. As the sunset paints the prairie, it's her eyes that light the skies. But beneath the stars I'm wandering, alone with my goodbyes. The old saddle's cracked and weathered, just like the lines upon my face. The years have rolled like thunder, something lost that I can't replace. The town's a quiet whisper, trails fade where we once roamed. In a land of endless roaming, no trail leads me home. Her scarf still sways on the porch like a ghost I can't release.
each knot a story buried in the silence of the peace. Dust lifts where we once danced, night settles on my skin. Her absence cuts through canyons where my heart once wandered in. By the oak tree I remember promises like falling rain, words we left unspoken, now just echoes of the pain. And in the quiet of the evening, when the wind calls out her name, I see it's not the land that's empty, but my heart that bears the stain. Her scarf still sways on the porch, a relic of the breeze, a tapestry of moments lost in time's unyielding seas. As the sunset fades to darkness and the stars refuse to glow, the ranch lies there abandoned, but it's me who can't let go. Where the wild horses still remember and the oak trees gently sway, in the heart of every cowboy, some loves never fade away. Tied my horse just past the pine. The town looks smaller this second time. No signs of us, no porch light lit, just echoes of where a ghost once sit. I passed the church, the general store, where you once danced across the floor. But now it's dull, the window's gray, and folks don't smile or look my way. I left without a trace this time. No goodbye kiss, no borrowed rhyme, no letter carved on tabletop, no whiskey toast, no name to drop. I walked right past that broken inn where we carved hearts in busted tin. I asked the barkeep, she still come by. He said, whose son? And that's when I died. I sat alone in that corner booth, the one she'd claim like gospel truth. I ran my hand along the wood where once she swore we'd always be good. I ordered rye like back in fall, said her name soft, just loud enough to call. A couple turned and gave blank stares as if her name dissolved in air. I left without a trace this time, no boot prints in the dusted line, no glances back, no cowboy lore, just silent steps on memory's floor. I brought her name like some old song, but no one knew who it belonged. It hung in air, then disappeared like a love that died when no one hears. I thought pain was missing someone, but worse is when the world forgets they ever run. So I left without a trace this time, not out of rage, not out of crime, just knew there's nothing left to find. When even ghosts don't seem inclined, I tipped my hat, paid the ride, and whispered one last soft
soft goodbye. Her name fell flat. The world stood still. She's gone. But I was never real.
In a dusty town where oak trees grow and old porch creaks, it's seen my lows. A cracked frame holds your smile so sweet, stares down the lane where we'd meet. The wind whispers through the hollow pane. Your scarf still hangs, but not the same. These gravel roads under fiery skies, I roam alone with tear-stained eyes. Every sunset drags your shadow wide. In the cracked frame, watch me leave you reside. Ooh, in the dust and rain, love deceives. By that cracked frame, watch me leave. The willow wept, I heard it sigh as I saddled up, no last goodbye. Our cabin stands on the bending trail, its door still swings, your letters pale. Where have you gone, my prairie rose, lost to the wind that only knows? These gravel roads under fiery skies, I roam alone with tear-stained eyes. Every sunset drags your shadow wide. In the cracked frame, watch me leave you reside. Ooh, in the dust and rain, love deceives. By that cracked frame, watch me leave. Now the rivers run, but they don't speak of the love we had, now just a creek. I pass the oak, touch the scarred old bar, find my heart there in the dark. These gravel roads under fading stars, I've walked too far to heal these scars. Every moonrise paints your face in dreams. In the cracked frame, watch me leave, love it seems. Ooh, with the morning dew, I agree. By that cracked frame, forever watch me leave. So let the winds tell tales of a cowboy's creed. By that cracked frame, where my heart still bleeds. Down by the old dry riverbed, where the oak trees guard the dead, I sat with dusty bones of the past. Your scarf, the one as blue as the dusk, wrapped around my flask. Oh, whiskey, listen as the wind whispered through the grass. Whiskey, listen, while I couldn't say how your laughter echoes still in those hills far away. Every sip a memory, every swallow a teardrop. But in the silence of the pouring rain, it's your voice voice I can't find. The cabin stands on the edge of time, its porch warm with the tales entwined. I see us dancing, shadows in the flame, but now the hearth is cold like the bed where I lay my name. The gravel roads washed out, the trails overgrown, where once we rode together, now I ride alone. A whiskey listen while I couldn't say how your laughter echoes still in those hills far away. Every sip a memory, every swallow a tear dry, but in the silence of the pouring rain, it's your voice I can't find. Under the wide brim of night and stars, I've whispered secrets to the skies. The land knows the hard scars, the truth behind the eyes. Whiskey's warmth is the ghost of your touch. In this lonely world, it's never quite enough. Whiskey listened as I tried to confess all the words buried deep in this cowboy's chest. The trail might fade under the setting sun's gold, but your memory's the warmth in the cold. The whiskey listens and the night understands that some love stories are just written in the sands. Out where the oak tree shadows lay long, under a sky pane, old memories gone. I found your hat, edges frayed and weather worn, by the creek where we swore love neath the storm. You laugh spring in your step like morning dew, each laugh, each touch as the wild west wind blew. Head tied down, heart let loose, drifting like tumbleweeds with no excuse. Saddles worn, trails gone cold, in empty cabins our stories untold. Each setting sun I feel the weight of a lonesome heart none can recreate. Now the porch creak's empty, waiting in vain. Gravel roads washed out by the season's rain. Where once we danced, now only shadows sway. Echoes of laughter whisk so far away. The scarf you left clings to the wind's sad tune, a melody of a love that left too soon. Hat tied down, heart let loose, chasing the echoes of a love we can't produce. Saddles torn, nights unfold, in silent whispers our dreams are retold. Every dawn I chase the light, holding on to shadows fleeing into the night. In the dust where our paths once merged, I wander lost on this lonely verge. Forgive me, love,
for I can't find the way to untie this hat, to cease this fray. Hat tied down, heart still bound to the ghost of your whisper, the softest sound. Saddles empty, trails wind down into the heartache of this quiet town. As sunsets blaze and day meets night, I'm a cowboy alone, holding tight to the memory of us, hat tied down in the wildlands, lost and love once found.
Out past the ridge, where the old oak stands, I found her scarf caught on gnarled hands. In that silent place, our laughter echoes through empty cabins and fading meadows, where once the wildflowers dared to grow, now lies a blanket of untouched snow. Oh, the storm turned cold in the heart of night, leaving me lonesome at first morning light. Every whispered breeze across the barren plains sings a sorrowful tune, where only her memory remains. We'd ride through town, dust kicking 'neath hooves, two shadows merged at the fall of dusk. But time like a thief rode silently from view, stole her smile and a warmth I once knew. Now the porch swings alone, the gravel road untread by the ghost of a love and the words we left unsaid. Oh, the storm turned cold in the heart of night, leaving me lonesome at first morning light. Every whispered breeze across the barren plains sings a sorrowful tune, where only her memory remains. Underneath the starlit canvas, I whisper to the skies, searching for forgiveness in the moon's unblinking eyes. For not the miles I've wandered, nor the stars above could ever erase the traces of that lost, forsaken love. Oh, the storm turned cold, and I'm still here, holding on to shadows, wishing she were near. Wind's a solemn partner in the dance of the forlorn, carrying my heartbreak like a cowboy worn and torn. In the chill of the silence where our dreams once danced, I'll saddle up my sorrows, give solitude one last glance.
Out where the sunset paints the clouds in morning red,
I remember the echoes of the words we left unsaid under an old oak tree where our names are carved deep. The land holds the secrets that we swore to keep. Your scarf still hangs on the old porch swing, dances with the wind like a soft forgotten thing. Whiskey echoes in the bottle, the last thing you left behind. Each sip a shadow, sweet and unkind. The trail's grown over where we used to ride. Now I wander these empty cabins where silence resides. Love's a fleeting shadow in the corner of my eye, like the dust that rises then bids the day goodbye. Gravel roads whisper tales of where we used to go, through wild lands and quiet towns now covered in snow. Your laughter haunts the creeks and the cool twilight air. In the jingle of spurs I find you're still there, but the home we built in dreams, now shuttered and old, holds nothing but the cold. Whiskey echoes in the bottle, the ghost of your taste. Each sip a memory I can't let go to waste. The path's grown lonely where we once walked side by side. Now I follow fading trails where my regrets reside. Love's a whisper in the wind through the dry, rustling leaves, as I pass beneath the shadows of our weary whispering eaves. Sometimes at night, when the stars hang heavy with sorrow, I feel the weight of all our lost tomorrows. In the quiet between each breath I find pieces of you that you left behind. Whiskey echoes, a lonesome lingering sound, a heartbreak penned in the bottles I've downed. Hearing the echo of your laughter and sighs, I roam these empty roads under endless skies. Love's a fading footprint on the dusty trail, a song sung into the wind, too wild to hold, too sweet to fail. In the shadow of the lonely oak, where whispers dress the dawn, I found a rusty locket buried neath the leaves long gone. It held a tuft of golden hair, like sunset trapped in time, each strand a soft reminder of no longer mine. Oh, rusty locket waits on the edge of silent plains, holding memories like the desert holds the rains, and every gust of lonely wind through empty cabin strays, singing songs of what we lost as the daylight fades away. We rode through storms and summer skies on trails of dust and bloom, your scarf a splash of color against the endless loom. The seasons turned as they always do, and you couldn't stay. Left a worn out saddle and our dreams to fade away. Oh, rusty locket waits on the edge of silent plains, holding memories like the desert holds the rays, and every gust of lonely wind through empty cabin strays, and singing songs of what we lost as the daylight fades away. Now I wander through the ghost towns, past the porches worn with time. Each step a heavy echo of the bells that used to chime. Maybe all that's left is the whisper of the pines, telling me to let go, like the fading of old signs. Oh, rusty locket waits, clinging to the past embrace, underneath the oak tree's ancient solemn grace. And every leaf that falls is like a tear from heaven's face, leaving trails of what once was in the silence of this place. So rusty locket, close your clasp, keep safe what has to be. I'll ride into the sunset where my heart can roam free, yet in the quiet of the night, when the stars begin to gleam, your memory holds me tight, more than just a dream.
Out where the oak tree shadows lay, along across the lane, I recall a cabin weathered by the wind and rain. Her laughter lived like wildfire, wild and uncontained, and in that flickering sunlight her smile called my name. Like a whisper through the chaparral, her voice would softly clang, each corner of my restless heart, a love I can't reclaim. Now the prairie winds are colder and the silence speaks her name. Since her smile called my name, nothing's been the same. Underneath the porch light where we used to sit and dream, an empty rocking chair now sways a ghostly quiet scene. That dusty road we walked along, now just a fading trail. Her scarf still hangs upon the hook, frayed and pale. Like a whisper through the chaparral, her voice would softly claim each corner of my restless heart, a love I can't reclaim. Now the prairie winds are colder and the twilight feels so tame. Since her smile called my name, everything's changed. In the silence neath the stars, I feel her touch in the midnight rain. Each drop of memory falling softly mingle joy and pain. An old guitar plays slowly a melody of days when she was mine, echoing through the canyon like a lost, forgotten time. Whisper through the chaparral, her voice forever claims a part of my wandering soul on these endless open plains. Now every sunset's bittersweet, painted with her flame. Since her smile called my name, I've never been the same. Every trail I ride, every quiet night, her smile calls my name.
Down by the creek, where the willow weeps and moans, I found an old scarf, your color lost and alone, tangled in the brush like my fingers through your hair, in that empty bed by the window where we laid our love bare. Oh, how the whispering wind sings of you, low and sad, carrying tales of what we had to the stars up above. Each night I roam under skies vast and deep, with an empty bed drifting in dreams where you still sweep. Once there was laughter in the dust of that old porch, now it's just footprints faded where we used to hold a torch. The oak tree stands witness to the vow softly spoken. Now I ride these trails alone with a heart forever broken. Oh, how the whispering wind sings of you, low and sad, carrying tales of what we had to the stars up above. Each night I roam under skies vast and deep, with an empty bed drifting in dreams where you still sweep. In the saddle I found solace under the free and roving sun, but at the fall of dusk your shadow comes undone. Riding past our empty cabin on that gravel road to nowhere, I reckon love's a journey with a share of wear and tear. Oh, how the whispering wind sings of you, low and sad, carrying tales of what we had and the pain of letting go. Each night I roam under skies vast and deep, with an empty bed drifting away from dreams I can't keep. So I'll ride till the sun dips and the plains call me to rest, in the heart of the valley where we once loved best. And though this bed is empty and the trail's end is nigh, in the whispers of the prairie I find your soft side. Underneath the morning sky that's tied down to a sleepy, dusty town, Immerse. There's an old oak where we carved our names, in the bark now weathered just like my face. Saddle worn and leathery lies by the door of a cabin where your laugh once filled the air. Now the winds sing mournful through the boards, whispering tales of a love that's no longer there. And the sun sets low on the gravel road where you wave goodbye in a dress so light. These memories are like storms to me, they boat under the morning sky. I lose my fight each night, holding shadows, holding tight. Scars you left, they dance on the porch swing, in the rhythm of a ghostly absent sound. The paths we walk now overgrown, thin echoing, an emptiness that I have found. The rain taps softly on the window pane, where we watch the world in quiet
just pours over my heart's terrain, muddying where once lay love's release. And the sun sets low on the gravel road where you waved goodbye in a dress so light. These memories are like storms to me, they bode under the morning sky. I lose my fight every night, holding shadows, holding tight. Out there the trails fade where the wild horses roam. I roam too with thoughts heavier than my head, learning that some heartbeats echo like a poem, and what's gone like dusk doesn't come back. So the sun dips low and I let you go, just a silhouette against the dying light. But in dreams you return, soft and slow, under the morning sky, my eternal night, forever holding you tight. Here, under the morning sky, tied down, forever bound, forever sound. Out where the oak trees shadow the old gravel way, I found your scarf remnant red against the gray. Whispers of you in the wind's gentle sway, echoes of laughter where our young hearts used to play. Fading light echoes on this lonely, rugged trail. Every sunset a tale of love that's turned pale. Your voice drifts over the valleys, a soft wail in the hush of the night. Under stars I set my sail. We carved our names on the porch of that empty cabin, promises under the moon, but now all is worn thin. Years turn the wood to whispers of might have been. Where once we danced, now only shadows spin. Fading light echoes on this lonely, rugged trail. Every sunset a tale of love that's turned pale. Your voice drifts over the valleys, a soft wail in the hush of the night. Under stars I set my sail. On the saddle I roam, with dust my crown. The rains come gentle, like your hand once came down. Each drop a memory in the folds of this gown. A cowboy's heart in the echo, forever bound. Fading light echoes and I'm riding alone through whispering pines and over stones. Maybe this trail is all I'll ever own. Memories and echoes in the bones of my tone. Fading light echoes, love's last known home.
in the shadow of the oak where we carved our names. The wildlands whisper beneath the gray sky's claims. Your scarf still dances on the porch's rusty nails. With each gust my withered heart wails. Oh, the rain stays just like the echo of your voice in the empty cabins, in the creeks it makes its choice. On gravel roads where our dreams used to lay, now just dusty trails and the rain stays. The saddle's worn where you once sat by me, through open fields, how free we used to be. But time rode on like a thief at dusk embrace, left me with shadows in this quiet, lonesome place. Oh, the rain stays just like the echo of your laugh in the corners of the town where our paths split in half. On the bench beside the general store I wait for your smile, your hand, but alas, I'm just too late. By the creek I turned my collar to the wind, the setting sun like our love too quickly dim. I've learned love is but a whisper in the storm, fleeting yet the memory's forever warm. Yes, the rain stays, washing away the sins of yore, but can't cleanse the longing from my core. In every sunset, in each drop that heaven sends, I find your face, your eyes where the horizon ends. And the rain stays, oh the rain, it always stays, in the echoes of what was, through my wandering days, in the silent agony of the dusk deep blue. The rain and I, we stay forever missing you.